Hi, welcome back to Digital Futures Education. Today I want to react to articles from the Hettinger Report. It's titled, Teachers Save Time with AI. Their Students May Pay the Price. The first point in this article that's made is that AI is not replacing teachers. It's changing what teachers do. And I completely agree with that. AI is not walking into classrooms and just shifting everything and making everything change overnight. It's becoming another tool when used appropriately and effectively can be really powerful for students and educators. I do think we live at a time where it's very important that schools and teachers should not rely too heavily on AI though. And they especially shouldn't rely on it for grading, too heavily for lesson planning, and also not too heavily for tutoring. What this article provides background is that many companies are now saying that AI is helping teachers use it more effectively rather than replacing them. The next topic to address, students don't automatically learn because AI is available. And there's a quote here that I'd like to go over. It isn't a question whether AI can help, it's whether or not students will actually use it in a way to improve their learning. And it's important to remember that AI can become one of the most powerful tools to a student, but it can also become one of the most powerful shortcuts if not used with if not taught to be used appropriately or used effectively in the classroom. So do you think students are using AI to help understand concepts or to help them just finish their homework faster? Now, personalized learning sounds amazing, but is it real? AI tutors can promise instant personalized feedback, individualized explanations, and different teaching styles. Now that sounds amazing on paper, but can it truly help you understand why a student is confused by a concept? And can it assist the same way a great teacher can? And it's hard to know when that's done what will really work in the classroom. And we have to be very aware that we're not researching on students and creating evidence before the research is really complete. And one thing we want to be careful of is that we're not experimenting on students before the real research actually catches up to AI in education. One of the biggest topics brought up in this article is teacher workload. Now, AI can help with lesson planning. It can help with developing quizzes, worksheets, and feedback. Now, AI can tremendously help save a tremendous amount of time, and burnout for educators is real. Does the time we save really go back into helping students learn? Or does it just lead to more administrative work? One of the biggest concerns in this article is the idea of critical thinking and the use of AI. If AI can provide instant answers to students incredibly quickly, what happens to the struggle of students finding that answer on their own? There is a tremendous amount of learning that happens within the frustration of trying to find what they need to know, identifying the right sources, and using critical thinking. If AI removes the struggle, are we removing an important component of the learning? Another important component brought up in this article is AI can make learning more equal or it can make it less equal. Which do you think it is? Students with amazing AI tutors, amazing devices, subscriptions to better products, and internet can have the best AI tutors available. But what about students without those resources? Are they having the same learning opportunities? I don't think so. And ultimately, could AI be increasing the learning gap? Most likely it is. And this is an important topic to address and to think about as we continue to expand the use of AI in schools. The next topic that's addressed in this article that I'd also like to address is the topic of cheating in the classroom with AI. Many discussions around AI in the classroom move to the topic of cheating. And I'm wondering, is that the wrong conversation we should be having? Should we be talking more about redesigning assignments instead of trying to catch the use of AI? Many educators do express the need to discuss redesigning assessment in order to improve the use of AI in the classroom. And this can often be more effective than the use of AI detection tools. The next topic brought up in this article is AI hallucinations. And we still can't pretend that AI is always correct. Should students learn how to verify every answer they use to get with it? Should students learn how to answer and verify every question? Should students learn how to verify every answer they get with AI? I think they should. It's an important part of verifying the validity of the answers. Because students, if they don't know the answer yet, how can they know whether it's right or wrong? They need to learn how to verify it and find the appropriate sources. The next most important topic brought up on this article is teachers need AI training. Unfortunately, we're requiring teachers supervise the use of AI in their classroom. And that can be an incredible struggle and challenge in the classroom. But we have to ask the question is who is training the teachers to understand the technology, the data concerns, and the most appropriate ways to use these tools effectively. And one thing that this article mentions that's great is that many companies now are focusing on providing teachers with training to best support their use of AI in the classroom. And they see it as a critical component to the effectiveness of their products in the classroom and also student learning. So I want to leave you with a couple quick questions. Would you trust AI to teach your student or child? Is AI making students smarter or just faster at finding the answer? What's one thing that AI should never replace in schools? How should homework change now that AI is so prevalent in schools? How do we know if students actually learn something if they've utilized AI? Those are some quick questions. Hopefully you go to those are just some quick questions that I hope you address in my comments or down below. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll drop a link to this article so you can check it out yourself. Thanks for watching Digital Futures Education, and let's connect again soon. Please give a like and subscribe if you like the content.